this.
Hello and welcome back to episode 2 of the Unnamed Podcast.
Cookie Jar Golf Podcast.
Cookie Jar Golf Podcast. And we are here on fresh off the back of GMAC's victory in Saudi.
I love that intro music.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
It's very, very good. Very, very good. It's probably the best work you've done.
It feels ripped off, but yeah, it looks good.
You've kind of taken a blueprint of others and just made it better. There's nothing wrong with that.
Graeme McDowell, talk to me.
GMAC winning in Saudi. I think firstly, Saudi Arabia, question mark on whether they, should the European Tour be playing there?
Yes.
Should they be paying big money players to go over there and play in the event?
Well, they've got lots of money, so.
I know, but it's not got to be careful for our Saudi listeners, but I'm not so sure.
I think it's, I think we've got to try and include more diversity in the game. You don't see many Saudi golfers, do you?
I find it outrageous, though, that some of the people playing in it, people like Dustin Johnson, the guy does not need the cash, does he? So he's getting a massive appearance fee to play in front of, I'm guessing, a pretty nondescript crowd in an event that not many people, let's face it, really care about, because I think the Abu Dhabi is a pretty good tournament. Dubai Desert Classic week before. I think kind of people are a bit overdone now on the European Tour, would be my guess. And it clashes with quite a big weekend in the waste management, Super Bowl weekend. I don't know.
I'm very surprised at the number of top quality American players that have decided to come across when the waste management's on. There was a good field up in Saudi.
McIlroy must be having a rest weekend. He's doing neither, I think.
I don't think McIlroy is big on his appearances these days. He's having a bit of a time out.
You thought he'd go and have some fun in Arizona, but anyway. So back to your thing, GMAC winning. I don't know. Is it me or does he always start the season well? Does he always have a mad run into the sort of first major that starts to get him qualification for things like US Open?
I've got to be honest, I never
British
thought
Open.
Graeme McDowell would win a tournament for the rest of his life.
I don't know.
Well, he clearly proved me wrong. Not that he needs to. But solid performance.
Very good.
Held off Dustin. That's good. Phil Mickelson was up there.
Mickelson played.
Yeah, Mickelson tied third.
Incredible.
Yeah.
What's that cost? What do you reckon it is per man to play in that?
Absolutely no idea.
I reckon it's more than $10,000. I'm going to go out on a limb there.
Yeah, I think they've made a little bit more than 10 grand. But there was some big names missed the cut. Some
such as Rose.
We'll find out. Patrick Reed.
Okay, couldn't happen to a nicer man.
Patrick Reed missed it. Well, I'm going. Lee Westwood, fresh off victory a couple of weeks back.
I think he's still got a hangover, hasn't he? In the last 2 weeks.
He lives the dream. Him and Thomas Bjorn on Instagram. They are thoroughly living the dream.
There's a nice bit of bromance there, isn't there?
Yeah.
I think it's nice to see. The guy's seems uber chilled. He's going out. He's playing in the tournaments he wants. He's got his missus on the bag. His Instagram is constantly firing him with the good life of Lee Westwood. Just looks like he's having fun. And I think that's why it was lovely to see him win. The guy's, I don't know. I think he's very capable of winning a major tournament.
Do you think, I was about to say, do you think he'll win another one? I think it's a bit late now, isn't it?
Don't know.
Thing is with these, especially the US, I think
I would never say he's dead for a major.
Westwood's best chance at a major is either the Masters or the Open.
The Open, yeah. Clark.
He's not going to win a...
Take that. Darren Clark. You would never have expected him to win the Open when he did.
He's not going to win a PGA. It's too long.
I don't think he can qualify for a US Open or a PGA. I don't think he can qualify for the Masters unless he gets... I don't know whether he's got entrance through his... He may have actually got into the Masters. Maybe he's got into all majors. Maybe I should be careful what I'm saying.
Well, he's won a tournament, so he is now.
But there was that year, if you remember, he played in the Masters. He literally, tee to green, he was without a doubt the best player in that field. And he just couldn't hole a putt.
Well, yeah, he had the yips, didn't he? He wasn't firing, but, he knows how to hit a golf ball, doesn't he?
Well, so, it's been an interesting few weeks. When did we last pick up the pod, Tom?
It was in 4th of Jan.
So we're now 2nd of February 2020.
Yeah, it's been busy. I mean, we've had pretty hectic social calendars to
Little stat for you today.
keep on top of.
Today is a palindrome.
202
02 02
2020.
2020. It's a palindrome.
It's quite impressive.
You know where I learned that one?
Google.
Lee Westwood's Instagram story.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You
So there you
picked
go.
something.
Every day's a school day. So today's palindrome, today's Super Bowl final, and we are officially through January. So I guess kind of interesting last few weeks in golf. I think probably most of the people up and down the length and breadth of the UK are a bit fed up with winter. I think there's been some good tournaments, some nice stuff to watch, but I'm just like a bit done with this. I'm like, get me into the summer season now, get me into spring, let's get the clocks back, let's get a bit more golf.
Well, digressing from golf, Six Nations starting in rugby. Always starts in the winter and finishes in the spring.
You were going to bring this one up.
Oh,
We never agreed this before the off. I've just got over the absolute battering.
What happened today? Oh, did England lose?
Good win for Wales against Italy, though.
Yeah, it was solid.
Really solid performance, wasn't it?
But on a serious note, the good thing about Six Nations, it always brings in spring.
Brings in spring.
Let's bring it back to golf. People who missed the cut.
Yeah,
We've
go on.
got
We
Lee
were kind of
Westwood.
jumping around. So just tell me, so who missed the cut then in Saudi
Lee Westwood.
Arabia?
Big names. Lee Westwood. Bernd Wiesberger missed the cut.
Golfer.
He is a proper golfer. Now, an interesting one you want to get your opinion on. Jamie Donaldson. No, he had a fall from grace, didn't he?
Also happy about
He'd be
the
happy about
rugby
Wales'
result yesterday.
win, yeah.
He'd also be very happy about it.
But he was like, you know, when it was the Glen Eagles Ryder Cup, like he was firing golf balls. He was proper. He really just
That
sort of took his
was-
foot off the gas, didn't he?
6, 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah, he's really taken his foot off the gas a bit. Shame him.
But I think it's been an interesting few weeks on European tour, hasn't it? I mean, we've had
It's really good to see Westwood win. It's really good to see
Lucas Herbert.
GMAT come back.
Was it Lucas
Lucas
Herbert?
Herbert last week, yeah.
Did you see the last hole
Yes.
where he shoved it in the drink?
He did
World
well out,
class
didn't
up
he?
and down, and then 2-putt birdie closed it out. I thought that was pretty classy stuff.
So it's been good for the European golfers. It's good to see them win it, especially when they are playing it with a lot of big American names. To see them have a good win over there. Graeme McDowell coming back is really good, I think, and he gives us hope for those boys. It's just not bombers.
And it's nice to
Paradise.
see exactly rising above the Dustins, Mickelsons, Reeds of the world. So I mean, kind of while we're on this sort of East versus West, or Europe versus West rather, Ryder Cup, Whistling Straits 2020.
It's exciting.
So I wonder, on the basis of the recent results, where do the points shake out in terms of Ryder Cup positions? Because I think this is interesting. This is definitely one to keep your eye on this year. There could be a really funky team.
I think it'll be a
Westwood
young
start putting
team.
wins on.
I think you'll get a lot of good. Like it'd be really good to see. Why I can't remember his name. That new youngster come out of Norway. He's quality.
Hovland.
Hovland. Yeah, he'll be in it.
He's going to walk into the side.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Well, he won't be automatic.
He's going to win a tournament this year, without question.
I think he's got it in him, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a solid golfer. And the American team is interesting.
All those three juniors that are in, you've got Morikawa, Hovland, Wolf. Oh, all hugely capable.
You think Wolf will make the American team?
Well, I don't know if he'll make the American team, but I'm pretty sure Hovland will make the European team.
I think he will.
Yeah.
I
Oh, and of course, while we're on the subject, Brexit. Just finished that. Incredible. Lots happened in 4 weeks. We should do these more often.
We should do these more often.
So, have you got the numbers up? You got the names for Ryder Cup at all? Is that
I don't even know how to
available on
find
the
that,
World
those
Wide Web?
names. I'm gonna get onto that.
Start with Google.
Yeah, well, I'm on it, but I don't think it's just on the points list, isn't it?
I don't know.
It's on the Race to Dubai points list. So we'll find out in any second. But as we are recording this, we're watching the Waste Management. They've just gone across to the 16th hole. What's your thoughts on the 16th hole with Waste Management?
Cool. I like it.
It's
I mean,
interesting.
this is like a big thing for them, isn't it? Right. So, for a lot of our listeners who are going to go into work tomorrow, there's going to be that annoying guy who's stayed up until 6 o'clock in the morning, who's like, oh yeah, I stay up and watch the Super Bowl every year with all my mates, and it's brilliant. This is like a national holiday in there. I just don't see the excitement in American football. But clearly the Waste Management has the monopoly on kind of pre-Super Bowl entertainment. I can imagine this is probably the highlight of the day if I lived over there.
Well, do you know how many people went through the doors yesterday at Waste Management on Saturday? Which is always the busiest day.
It looked pretty packed. It looked like Black Friday outside, kind of Argos.
It was between 250 and 300,000 spectators at the Waste Management yesterday.
And they all got in?
They all got in.
That's ridiculous.
And
There's
what's even
16, 17,000 around that one hole on 16,
Yeah, well, they reckon it's 16, but it's probably a little bit more, isn't it?
Sorry, that was my beer hitting the shelf.
Blood.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I think it's good. It's nice to have a bit of these grandstand holes, isn't it? I think, it makes a bit of excitement. I think it kind of brings new people in to come and watch the game. If you had that sort of atmosphere, you'd definitely go and make an effort. I don't know. British Masters, great event. There's no reason you couldn't try and amp up a little bit of a spectator sort of, kind of amphitheatre around the green sort of set up on some of the holes.
But it's become very gimmicky, hasn't it? They're sticking on the jerseys while they play, and I know there's the Kobe Bryant. They've obviously got the Kobe Bryant pin position, which is
8 on, no, 24 on, 8 from the left.
24 on 8 from the left, and obviously, loads of the dudes are rocking the Kobe Bryant jersey, but it's all a bit sort of novelty, isn't it? It's all. I
don't know. It's sport in America, isn't it? I think it's a bit of a different scene. Like I don't know. In some ways, it obviously attracts more youngsters, and it's all quite good for it. But at the same rate, it does feel a bit kitsch by UK standards. I think it's a cool event. Of course, it looks okay. It doesn't look that hard, does it? But then I don't know. I mean, it's like these places they're playing. I mean, last week that Torrey Pine's like 7,700. I mean, they're monsters. So, I don't know. Greens look sick though. I'm very, very jealous, having been putting on basically mud baths now for about 3 or 4 weeks.
Winter golf. We love winter golf. But the size of these greens these dudes are working on are just enormous.
Slick.
I can't imagine putting from that far away.
But I think like the putt that could be like 100 feet is probably being hit as hard as we're hitting a 10-footer right now. You've seen how fast they are.
You're saying they're not
and these aren't the fastest greens they'll play on, but compared to what we're looking at, maybe it's the time of the year. Everyone's like, oh Christ, April, like Masters, stupidly fast greens. Right now, those things look like coffee tables.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get back into the summer golf. The winter golf is starting to bog me down. Love getting plugged off a drive.
It's just hard watching as well. Blue skies every day out there.
T-shirts. Oh. I've not seen a golfer in a T-shirt for about 5 months.
I forgot what my forearms look like.
But currently, we've got Webb Simpson at the top of the leaderboard.
Playing well, made a bit of a charge. I went a bit foolish last night and put a few quid on Gary Woodland after he started hot on moving day, which seems to have been the fastest waste of £20 of my life.
And of course, you got Rambo, and if he wins here today, he gets to world number 1.
Is that right? No way.
Yeah, well, there was some caveats to that. Brooks Koepka had needed to finish worse than 4th, which he did. So I'll tell you where Brooks Koepka finished, but it wasn't better than 4th. So
what's the top 5 in the world right now?
You're not doing me any favours here. Brooks Koepka finished tied 17th with Poulter. And,
so if Rahm wins,
and Jonathan Vegas that doesn't have an H in, or it has an H in the wrong place. Jonathan Vegas. So yeah, he's finished 17th. So if Rambo decides to come back with his, I think he's about 7 shots behind as it stands. He'll be world number 1. It's not going to happen.
Mate, I genuinely think he could be the best golfer on the planet, or certainly capable of being one of the best golfers of the year this year.
John Rahm.
He is incredible.
He just
just looks a touch gassy last year, if you remember Sawgrass.
Yeah.
That was like...
When he went crazy on
went
his
like
caddy.
a complete balloon head.
Yeah.
Started playing shots that, it's just complete insanity.
Tin cup shots.
He completely lost the plot. Then blamed his caddy for telling him not to do the most ridiculous thing in the world, which was I think a 240-yard hooking 5-iron off a hanging lie out of a bunker over water. I mean, I don't know, with hindsight. But yeah, that'll be very, very exciting. I think he's definitely in for a major in the next few years. I'd love to see him win something big this year.
Got pub quiz. How many Europeans in the world top 10?
2. No, 10. Top 10.
In the world top 10, how many European golfers?
3.
4. Name them.
Fleetwood.
Yep.
Rahm.
Yep.
McIlroy.
Yep.
Stenson. Luke Donald.
Nope.
Nick Faldo.
Some comeback. Justin Rose.
Oh, shit. Oh, God.
You got Fleetwood at 10, Xander at 9, Justin Rose at 8, Patrick Cantlay. Which, by the way, did you watch?
Another major winner coming up.
Did you watch the Hawaiian, the Hero Challenge Tour, where Cantlay was stood on the 17th tee box and they left the mic running on him?
No.
Fucking incredible.
Go on.
So he stands there and it's wind's blowing in his face and it's a really windy day and he starts taking off like, these young boys don't know they're born. We've been playing to win for 40 years. And starts giving it all this. And then he just stops and turns to his caddy and says, 2 more holes, we can have a fucking Mai Tai. Instantly became my favourite golfer on tour.
Incredible.
And then the commentators give it, they really should tell them that the microphones are...
See, I'd really like that, wouldn't you? Wouldn't it be good to have them players mic'd up with their caddies? That would be
it's real.
Really
they
watchable.
Apologise. It's how they are. It's proper.
It's wicked. It's so cool. I'd love to be able to watch and see. And like the best parts of watching are sometimes when you're waiting for someone in the middle of the fairway and you get the kind of the mics a bit close and you get some interaction with the caddy.
I'd love to.
I think it's cool. I quite listen. I like listening to them. I just love the nonchalance.
I'd love to get Cantley's view on just standing there while Bryson DeChambeau is lining up a 70-yard chip and taking 3 minutes and him going. I'd love to know what he says.
I think that's
to his
probably why
caddy
they
at the
don't do
point.
it, because there must be some serious slating going on around the courses.
I mean, they tried that Tiger Phil thing where there was faux slating and it was just fucking garbage, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean it was staged, horrible stuff.
It was not good. Tiger Woods 6, Dustin 5, Justin Thomas 4.
Tiger Woods starting very well for the year as well.
He's not going to play much though, is he?
No, but I mean, top 10 at Torrey, won Zozo, one more to take the all-time record.
You'll get it.
Oh yeah, 100%. So I think in Vegas they've
I
got
think
him
he'll
as
get to
starting
world number-
favourite
I
for
think
the
he'll get to world
Masters.
number 1 again.
Well, I mean that's going to take some doing if he's only playing 5 events a year, but he's going to be starting the Masters favourite in Vegas currently.
Is that right?
Yeah. Which, I mean, I don't know. I think that's probably a bit punchy, but he looks so good. He's definitely back to top world-class form now.
John Rahm 3, Rory McIlroy 2, and Brooks number 1.
Love Brooks. So just while we're coming back to it, because I know we did say we'd talk about the Ryder Cup. Let me see. I've got the players ranked 1 to 9 here. European standings. Who's going to make the team? How many can you name?
European players. They're making the Ryder Cup team as we stand.
As it stands.
Westwood.
In at number 9. Gets in the team on merit. I think possible wildcard pick even if he doesn't.
Tommy Fleetwood.
Yes.
Matt Fitzpatrick.
He's in. Correct.
Rory.
Yeah. Rahm.
Obviously.
Wiesberger. Tyrrell Hatton. Victor Perez. Won the Alfred Dunhill.
Well, it's got to be Lucas Herbert now.
Herbert.
Is he in?
No. So, I'll give you the 1 to 9. Fleetwood. Rahm, Perez, Rory McIlroy. I'm going to skip 5 and come back to it because I'd like your opinion. Matthew Fitzpatrick, Bernd Wiesberger, Tyrrell Hatton, and Lee Westwood. Solid 9. Number 5, Danny Willett.
He's coming back to form. So obviously he got that absolute slating because he just disappeared off the planet, didn't he?
Yeah.
But apparently it was a little known serious back injury.
Yeah, I mean, like, the guy's clearly working hard at it, isn't he? I mean, the numbers get you in. It's not, I'm not picking the side here, am I? But he has scored more, he's ranked higher in here than Fitzpatrick. He's carrying more world points. He's carrying more European points than Tyrrell Hatton.
He hasn't won anything this year. Sitting on the European tour. Fair play to him. I mean, it's going to be an interesting one. I mean, you've got to pick bombers. The wild cards are all going to be bombers, aren't they? Whistling Straits is massive, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they're all long. Should be very exciting, though. Be interesting to see how the team goes.
Jordan Spieth won Whistling Straits US Open, didn't he?
You've got that on Google.
No. I can find out.
I don't know US Open winners. This is where we need people like Cal on the pod.
Oh,
I mean, we can go back to like 42. Probably wasn't played in 42. Let's go 32.
Whistling Straits US Open. There you go. How do you find out who won it?
Well, I just go US Open winners and then scroll down.
That would have been much better. US Open, Senior US Open. There's been a couple of PGAs there. I don't think it's even held on a US Open. So, great.
Knowledge.
And that's why you tune into this golf podcast.
High quality.
It's just there. It's all in the back of the brain. I just know.
But coming back to it, McDowell, slow pay penalty. Thoughts?
I don't know what it is. You have to talk me through it.
So I didn't watch this bit, but what I've read about online is he's playing with Cabrera Bello and Mickelson. I think for a few holes they've had the clock being put on them, so now they kind of keep an eye on them. If they're drifting, if they're losing pace, or if they're taking too long, they put them on the clock. So
G-Mac's not that slow though, is he?
G-Mac's he's in the leaderboard after day one. He's playing well. He knows he's in the hunt. 13th hole, what does he do? He's coming off, decides he's going to do one of those walking interviews, where they kind of like amble down the fairway.
While he's leading on final day?
Yeah, no, just second day. And he's just giving all this, I can imagine kind of general comments, just want to see, hopefully the putter continues to stay hot, just want to keep making good swings, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, the guys are down there waiting to hit their shots. He's first to play, obviously, because Mickelson hits bombs. And
is that because of his big calves?
Well, I don't know. Just as long as he's hitting bombs, he's not going to be on the seniors tour. Anyway, he's then got kind of taken 84 seconds, apparently. The allotted time was 50 seconds. There was a threat of a one-shot penalty. I mean, that is, I don't know. Thoughts? 34 seconds in a round of golf. These guys were out there for 5 hours plus.
Did he get special dispensation for doing the on-course interview?
I don't think he got penalised. Somebody's going to chirp up and say that he did now, but I don't think he got penalised.
Do you think one of our many listeners might call in?
One of them will probably know the exact answer to that. I just think that seems silly. I think either don't allow on-course interviews or allow them and then factor that in. It just seems stupid. If they're there, the media is building the buzz around the game. If the media's there running interviews on the 13th hole, you know how Sky do it. It's always on the same hole, isn't it? So you just budget that in. That must be priced into the pace of play. Just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. I think there's bigger fish to fry on pace of play.
Yeah, well, he's got a winning margin of 2 strokes. So even if he was done by a penalty, I mean, they might as well chuck the penalty on now just to make an example of him. I mean, the European Tour are much better than the US Tour imposing slow play rules in general.
I don't know. I always think these things just have an element of double standards. I don't know. They tend to go after. So I would be amazed if they ever used that rule against a guy who's kind of like leading on the last day. They never seem to go after it when, and there's people who are perpetual offenders. I don't know whether GMAC is honestly slow or fast. The fact that the first time I've read about this is just related to this incident suggests he's probably neither. But I do look at it and think 34 seconds, like, what the fuck? Just kind of tell the guy to hurry up.
Yeah, and I don't think he's the worst for it by any stretch.
In other news,
But before we move on,
Sebastian Soderbergh, fastest round on European Tour history. Do you watch any of it?
no. Oh, is that when he was on his own? He couldn't be asked to.
Hour and 40. Guys, I mean, that's hot out there as well. He's running. He's running like mad.
Yeah, he was bottom of the field, wasn't he? Out on a one ball.
Yeah, I mean,
With a marker.
I don't think he'd be doing it if he was trying to bring in $1 million paycheck, but cool.
What round? When was that?
That was in Dubai, wasn't it? Dubai Desert
scene.
Classic, yeah. Just went out on his own. Caddy's got to keep up with the clubs as well.
That's impressive. Isn't
And
it?
he's still shooting, he's shooting a good score. I think he shot like 71 or something. He's still having to concentrate on the shots, but to do, I don't know, nice and quick. Nice record, good for him. Suspect he'd rather come home with the trophy rather than a 1 hour 40 round. But
I don't know. He's got a world record out of it. Graeme McDowell's last victory 5.5 years ago. What was it?
GMAC's last victory.
Yeah, 5.5 years ago. Where was it?
Pebble, US Open.
Nah, that was a long time ago. That was 2010. It was the Open de France. He's come a long way. He's waited a long time for this, hasn't he?
Yeah, it was good. Good to see him win.
Would you have him in the Ryder Cup team?
No, absolutely not. He's not in on points.
You don't have him with the captain's pick now. He's won one. Now he's proved he can do it.
I think there's a few more months left to run in that.
It's got a long time. It's got a long time before we finalise all that stuff.
Yeah, and there's other players who could get inside, aren't there? I mean, we'll have to wait and see. But so I reckon we've got about 8 weeks or so till the clocks change. So I always think start of April, golf season starts. Tom, what are you most looking forward to?
T-shirts.
Oh, shorts.
Not swinging in 4 layers.
I'm just done with the woolly hat. I've absolutely worn mine to death at the moment. I've got the warmest little bobble hat.
And you get the greasy hair at the end of that.
It's just doing my head in though now. It stings like ass. It is horrible. It is now horrible. Like, it is disgusting. I mean, it's too dirty for the dog. I'm fed up of playing in waterproof bottoms. I'm so cold all the time. I'm just kind of like, can't wait for a bit of warm weather, T-shirts. I've forgotten what it's like to swing a golf club in a T-shirt.
It's winter golf in the UK is definitely only for the hardcore.
It's for the hardened enthusiast, I would say. We would love to hear about your stories, though. Please contact us. We want to hear about where's good this time of year. I don't know. Our track's holding up okay?
Our track's okay. I played on temps for the first time this morning. First time all winter, which I think is pretty good for the second.
No way.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Which I think is pretty good for the second affair. It was only 3 temps at that.
And how did it work out for you?
So I'm really looking forward to playing golf in
Bad.
Yeah, no, I did not play well today. Looking forward to just sort of getting back into the swing. They get the comps swinging in again.
Oh, the countdown's on. We've got to start the countdown. When the Masters is on, the season starts. Oh, sunshine, T-shirts, long evenings, lots of practicing, and hopefully some better greens. So I'm excited.
And we are currently watching the Waste Management, as we mentioned earlier on, and it's sort of probably got a couple of hours left to finish. And who are you tipping to win? We've got Webb and Tony Finau leading at the moment.
Well, as we close it off, I think Webb's pretty tidy coming down the straight. I'd love to see Finau win. Love the guy, coolest guy. And, he's just absolute dude.
It'd be really good to see him. I hope he holds it off.
Not quite sure why he's dressed as an ice cream salesman today. I think that's a slightly bizarre choice in outfit.
But
white shoes, trousers, shirt, and hat. I mean, he honestly looks like he's going to sell me a 99.
Mate, if you've got it, you've got to flaunt it.
I mean, it's a strong look.
He's a contender for tightest trousers on tour as well.
If you wear white trousers, you've got to play good golf, and maybe that's the thinking.
He's Webb's got his US Open. He's done enough.
Well, we're going to check back in on this in the next week. I mean, let's say the next week. It could be 2 weeks. It could be 3 weeks. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, we did say this was going to be a weekly thing, and it's 4 weeks since our last pod. As we sign off, we've got Finau, Simpson, Bubba Watson, Ben On, Adam Long, all there in the top 5 spots. I'm going to go Finau. He's 1 over Gross. Easy comeback. He's going to have lots of people cheering for him. He's done the big Kobe Bryant thing on 16. I think it's his week. Tom?
I'm just going to see if this putt goes in. No, not Bubba. Tony Finau. Really want him to win.
Bring it home, Tony. Bring it home. Big Tony.
And that's us for this week.
Guys, have a great one. Speak to you all soon.
Goodbye.
Watch this.